Traders, welcome back to another video here on the BluFX YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing really well. Now, of recent, I've been spending a lot of my time running a lot more of the live events here at BluFX, whether that's on Zoom meetings or live webinars, that sort of thing. And I've had an amazing opportunity to speak to a lot more of our traders on a personal basis, learning about their trading history and experience with the BluFX platform overall. Now, one of the traders that I spoke to was called Caroline, and today we've got an exclusive interview that she gave us covering all things trading and the BluFX platform and her personal experience. Caroline is someone with over 20 years experience in the markets, which is beyond crazy. I think you can definitely agree. And she's done some amazing things with her trading career, donated to all sorts of charitable causes, and it was an amazing story that she gave us. So I wanted to come here and share it with you guys today. Without further ado, I'm going to get out of the way and let you enjoy the interview. Okay, welcome. We've got another interview for you today. So we've got Caroline reporting from the Netherlands. Caroline, do you want to give a little bit of an introduction to yourself? Who are you, your trading background, and a bit about yourself in general?
Yes, I love answering this particular question because it's always funny. But I tell people most of the time, I'm an ambassador of God's kingdom, which is really very strange to a lot of people. But that's my first calling, and I just love people for a living, and I use forex as a vehicle for that.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
So I've been trading forex for quite a number of years at this time, and trade full time.
And you trade full time. Okay, that's great. We can move on to that question actually. Have you started trading full time recently, or is it something that you've done a little while ago, or when did you make that transition?
Yeah, I started trading full time in 2012.
2012. Okay, that's a long time. Okay, it's great to have you on the show today because it's great to hear like a veteran, someone who's been in the markets for a long time, their opinion on things. You've been trading full time from 2012, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and let's start with this question. Between then in 2012 and now, how do you think the forex space has changed to be more accessible to a beginner trader, for example? Because I know when I started trading, it wasn't quite 2012. I was a very young man in 2012. I don't mind telling you, but when I started trading, go back to 2015, 2016. I know that it was a lot more of a difficult place. There wasn't perhaps the information there available. I'll be interested to hear, how did you get started in 2012? How did you make a transition? How is it easier now, do you think, compared to back then?
Well, it's easier now to get into the market. I think there are more brokers out there. The information is more out there than when I got started. I got started actually in 2005.
Wow, okay. Okay, wow.
That's a long time ago.
Sure. Forex must be very new at that point. It's not even that old, Forex.
Yeah, I got interested in it when I lost my money, actually. Someone was a website somewhere and he was offering maybe 1% per day and all that stuff. So I was involved in internet marketing at that time and network marketing. So I saw it, I thought to myself, well, I think this is something good. So I put in I think $100 or $200, something like that. And it was generating the money. The promise they gave was correct, was good. The promise they gave was good. So at a certain time, I withdrew the money and the profit. I said, wow, so everything is working, but that was a hook, right?
Right.
That was a hook. They wanted you to put more money.
Yeah. Okay,
when I did and I lost, I think $5,000, they were not answering the phone again. They wouldn't do anything. So I looked at it. I said, well, if this is what it is, I used to invest in the stock market through my bank. But I said, okay, if this is what it is, I'm going to invest my time and learn it. So I was there on and off. I traded a demo account for, I think, 2 years before I even thought of trading a live account.
Right, sure.
So it was a long process for me. But I thought, okay, if it's something good, then I want to invest my time, learn the right skills, take care of my kids while I do this from home. So that was my motivation.
Wow, it's definitely an interesting story. I feel like a lot of people skip past the demo stage. I know a lot of people think there's some shortcut or there's some sort of fast track to being long-term profitable, but they can see from someone like yourself, it's a skill that you've invested in, and ever since 2012, you traded full time. So if you put the hard work in, it's definitely possible to use trading as a tool to really up your financial game, and the income potential from that is definitely something special. Like, it's amazing to hear your story, and it's amazing to understand that you've working so hard on this skill, you invested in this skill, you saw potential in it, even back in like 2005, that sort of time where forex was very, very new as something we could do as retail traders. So to hear your story and how you put the hard work in is definitely really, really cool. I want to move on to more of your trading style now. Is there sort of way you trade? Is there sort of a technique you use, or are you a price action person? Do you use indicators? What sort of style do you follow?
Yes, I'm purely a technical trader because I believe the fundamentals is cooked into in the charts, and there's so many news, there's so many things out there. If I had to focus on one news or the other, man, I get my head gets I get confused. So
I know what you mean.
Purely focused on the charts. I believe that if you can develop the skills of reading the charts well, and taking care of your emotions and execute your trades well, then technical is all you need, because I believe that everything is in it. Now, having said that, day trading is something else. You may have to check which news is coming out at what time so that you are prepared for it, right? So if you're day trading, that's a different case. You need to check which news is coming out and which one will affect certain currencies for the day. If you know the time and you are not trading a news strategy, then don't trade during the news time. Right. Just keep it, and when the news is over, then you can come back into the market, because now everything may have come back to equilibrium, and then you can go on with your trade. But if you have a news strategy where you trade the news, okay, then by all means, do it. So if I'm trading during the day, I might take a look and see what's happening in the morning, take a look at the news and the timing. I don't trade the news. I don't like it at all. So if something is coming up and I'm trading during the day, I'm either completely out of the market, wait for the news, and then get back into the market.
Sure. It's like I'm talking to myself, actually, because I don't trade the news either. Like, the fundamental side of things and following news events, it's not the way I trade. I mean, the way I look at it is like this. I want to keep the control within my own hands when I trade. If I can make a decision, like if I trade the news, I'm leaving a lot of randomness to my trade, Perhaps my trade is winning and it's a massive move because of some big news event. It just ruins my trade. So I'm thinking to myself, I want to make sure, as much as I can as a trader, that I am keeping the control, in my hands and not giving it away to the market. So that's the way I look at it.
Absolutely.
So my story with the news, I say, like, with the news, when I started trading, it was quite exciting, right? Because when these news events come, there's going to be big, big moves that you can make some money on. But on the opposite side, you can lose them just as quickly. And we're not trying to gamble or put your trade down to just a fundamental event. We're trying to have a profitable system over time. So for that reason, I don't trade the news. But I know a lot of people who do. I know a lot of people are very successful. But for me personally, and for yourself, it sounds like trading the news is not what we do. So that's just unique to us,
It's an individual thing. Fundamental traders make money. Technical traders make money. Fundamental traders lose money. Technical traders lose money. So you just choose your style and focus on it.
Well, that's the thing with trading. Like, you can approach it from so many different directions. There's not like one way to do it, and it's completely unique to yourself. If you want to focus on the more fundamental side of things, that's great. But me, myself, and yourself, it sounds like we're more technical traders. But all of us can have success in the markets. Like, just because I'm trading one way doesn't mean that you can trade another way, and we both can be very successful. But that's the beautiful thing with forex and trading in general, is you can be very unique in your approach and fit it around you and your personality.
Absolutely.
That's great. So moving on to the next question. You mentioned you've been trading for a very long time. When did you join BluFX?
BluFX, if I can think back, somewhere 2016, I think.
2016, okay.
I think April of 2016, if I can remember very well.
Okay, that's a little while ago. And have you been trading the light or the pro package since then? How have you sort of managed that sort of things?
Well, the reason why I actually got into it, I trade my own account actually, but the reason I got into it was because I got lots of managing my website. I get lots of questions from traders regarding capital and have you been trading all this while? Do you know where I can get, how I can reach someone? I know how to trade well, but I need to know someone. Can I get capital from somebody? So my goal was to search, to look in the background and see what's happening in the company, and such that I know exactly what I'm presenting to people. Because I traded with Yes FX. And I didn't really like the way they did things. So I couldn't present that to the traders as an option for where they can find, where they can get capital. So, but having looked at BluFX, examine it in the background, trade it myself, I just trade the light all the time. You know? So it's not like I want to grow there. No, that's not my goal. So I haven't looked at the background and see the company evolve over time. I can confidently present that to traders and say, look, listen, this is a great company. At least with the 4 years now, I can tell them, okay, I've been with this company for 4 years. So with that, it gives them at least some comfort that I think this is a great company, they can work with.
100%. And also, it's a great testament to the BluFX platform because you are a trader who has been in the markets for, we're almost talking 20 years now, right? It's kind of crazy. You've been in the markets for a very long time. You know what is important to you as a trader to stay profitable in the long term. And the fact that you appreciate and enjoy using the BluFX platform is definitely something that the newer traders who are watching this interview now should be aware of. This is somebody who's been in the markets for a very, very long time. And we are glad to have you on board at BluFX. And the fact that you're so happy with the platform, happy with the environment you trade in and everything, when you know the market very well and you know which choice you have and all the choice you have, you're choosing BluFX. So that's definitely like the best review we can ever get.
Yeah, it is a great company. On the Facebook, I answered some questions, but I've been quite busy the last few days because I'm working on my course right now. So I don't go too much on Facebook, but I used to answer a few questions there. People actually text me questions privately asking about BluFX.
Yeah, it seems like everybody comes to you for the answers. It means like, being part of the overall BluFX community is a great thing. And people like yourself are like so important to building community and making trading more friendly for anybody to get involved. So we're definitely very thankful for that. I'd like to move on to the more financial side of things, if you don't mind. When it comes to trading in general and your experience with BluFX, how has trading affected your financial status, if you don't mind me asking? Is it a case of, has trading allowed you to do something? Obviously, you're trading full time, which is a great thing, and congratulations for that. But one thing I wanted to say is, how has trading brought your financial situation? Has it made it better? Like, what has it allowed you to do in that sense? Has it allowed you some more time? Has it allowed you more liberties in your life? Talk to me about that.
It's allowed me to take care of more orphans.
That's definitely good.
Yeah, I told you that my goal in life is just to love people, and I believe that Forex has given me that opportunity. I was full-time internet marketer, network marketing, but 2012, like I said, let me tell you what happened in 2012 when I made the big switch. I was doing internet marketing consultation here in Amsterdam, and I entered the FXCM. They used to call it King of the Micro.
Oh, okay.
King of the Micro, and in 2012, I won the competition twice. One time, second, which was $10,000 dollars, and May of 2012, I won the first prize, which was 25,000. Yeah, that was 1,025% of my account for that month.
Pretty good, eh? Wow, okay.
That was big one, but it was a competition. So I was trading for the competition, and I traded for 3 weeks. And so from there, I just made the big switch. I said, okay, now I just have done what I needed to do from 2005 to 2012. That was 7 years. 7 years of working on my skills. So I loved it. And then I made the switch. I said, okay, I'm going to do it full time. So I can only say the market has been good to me. And I decided that what I can do for anyone coming into the market is like, if they come across Caroline, then I want to make sure that I tell them what's possible, but the hard work that is required. Like, I can give you everything that I know in a day. I can actually share with you what I do in a day. But the mental stability that you need, the psychological challenge,
sure,
you would have to deal with that yourself, because nobody can give that to you.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you.
Yeah, the time that you spend on the chart, nobody can give that to you. No mentor can give that to you. You have to take that information and implement it and put it to work. So it has been very good to me, increasing the number of kids that my general goal is to make sure that kids in Africa, where I came from, have water to drink. So I support water projects and take care of, just keep adding the number of kids that can have daily bread. And
that's so lovely. That's so lovely. And that's where some of your profits from trading are going.
Absolutely.
Wow. That's so lovely to hear. That's really something quite cool. I've never really heard that sort of thing from a trader before. That's really heartwarming. That's such a nice thing to do. And, making the world a better place through trading is a fantastic thing. And that's something we can fully get behind here at BluFX.
Yeah.
Now, I'm just going to wrap things up. We're almost come to the end of the interview. But one last question I have for you is, if somebody's watching this interview right now and they're interested and they want to join BluFX as a platform, or they want to take their trading to the next level and get funded, what one piece of advice would you give them? Is there something you would say to them? Some sort of some advice that you think would benefit them in the long term with using the BluFX platform?
Yes. Well, the first one would be, don't worry about all the few criticisms that you see or read out there. I know those kind of people. I challenged a couple of them before, and they could not give me an answer of the questions I asked them, because they were saying things that were not true. Someone was talking about the leverage. And then I asked them, how much leverage do you need to be profitable? If you're talking about the leverage is too low, and then I said, that means you're not profitable. If you complain about the leverage of BluFX,
I like that a lot, actually.
Because what that reveals to me is that you are either over trading, you're risking a lot, and you're losing money. That's period. If you want to prove me otherwise, show me your record. And he just ran away, didn't come back. So I'm telling anyone, if you are new to Forex, or you have built up a certain level of skill and you're looking for capital, I can, maybe I cannot say guarantee, but I can vouch for BluFX. I've traded with BluFX since April of 2016, and they've never failed me a single time when I said, okay, I need some profit out of here. And every time the money comes on time, they've never, even from the beginning, they've never failed. So it's a company that you can trust. It's a company that I believe is out there really to help traders, because I know capitalization is one of the problems that affect a lot of traders. They throw in 500 in there, and then they want to risk a lot, and then you end up, the sharks of Wall Street will eat you up. right?
100%.
They don't care if they get 100,000 accounts of 100. That's a lot of money for them. But with your 500, if you can be patient with yourself, that'll give you 5 months of access. I mean, or maybe 3 months or something like that, access to trade capital that can actually generate some income for you. And then with that, you can decide to go to the pro, where you can start building up that capital to the level where you can now trade completely full time.
That's it.
Make a career. So what I can say to you, whoever is watching and you're thinking about joining BluFX, they are great guys and maybe girls also. So join the company, learn what you need to learn, but implement wisely, and you should be okay. If you make a profit, the company you're guaranteed to get your money at the right time. They've never failed. For all the 4 years I've been there, they never failed to pay out their profits. So what else do you want? What else do you need?
Right. If you are a talented trader and you can make profit on our funded accounts, then you deserve those profits, and we're going to make sure that happens. So
absolutely.
That's it. Simple as that. And when you have that trust in the platform, then when you have trust, you don't need to worry about the profits at the end of the month. That means you can then go and focus on the important things, like the strategy, like your trading psychology, and the things that are going to make you fundamentally a good trader. Get rid of all the worry about these silly things, because we can speak for ourselves, and our traders speak for ourselves. We're to be trusted, and the profits come when on time. And if you're profitable in your account and you want the money paid out to you, then you're going to have it. As simple as that.
That's correct.
That's it. Caroline, thank you so much for joining me today. It's been a pleasure to talk to you. Stay safe wherever you are, and best of luck with your trading in the future.
Yeah, thank you so much. You people keep going. The company is a good company. Don't let up.
Thank you so much, Caroline.
Keep growing because of you. You guys have a kind heart.
Ah, that's so sweet of you. Thank you again.